Russell Findlay is clearly shifting his party to the right. You know, he's desperately trying to stop the bleeding in terms of reform picking up support. He's going on things like asylum seekers, bus passes, cash to Malawi. Now he's talking about, you know, attacking the benefits bill. I do think Russell Findlay is getting increasingly desperate because I think he sees the number of Tory MSPs is going to be halved at least next year.
I think he's right. There is they talk at Westminster and Whitehall about the blob, the civil service. It's the same at Holyrood, but they're the politicians. They all just agree with each other.
But I mean, surely you can see
remove independence, and they all just agree.
If there's a cosy left-wing consensus between Scottish Labour and the Scottish Lib Dems, that I don't think that pales in significance to the really quite frightening hard right consensus that seems to be building globally, where you've got Elon Musk and others absolutely determined to set the agenda in British politics. We'll tell you what you're going to talk about and we'll tell you what's going to happen as well. I think there's far more dangerous forces at work.
I mean, I think it's getting a long way from Holyrood, but politics across the West is shifting right. I'm not sure hard right is always, it's used a lot, the far right, the hard right, it's used a lot for people who perhaps aren't far right, as you might say. And if Russell Findlay takes the Scottish Conservatives slightly to the right, it's not. I mean, they were already probably to the left of the Democrats in the US anyway. And moving slightly to the right isn't.
Yeah, but where I take issue with it, he talks about the left-wing consensus, but I mean, that reflects how people voted. I mean, the 2021 Holyrood election, I think 75% of people who did vote in the election voted for parties that are on the centre-left.
People vote for their parties. It doesn't mean that their votes are expressed by the MSPs in Edinburgh who have this very comfortable life and all sit around in the same bars and coffee shops and all agree with each other.
Tories are part of that.
Well, they are part of that, but at least they're trying to speak up for a different viewpoint rather than this one viewpoint of metropolitan Edinburgh.